Something's gotta give in your work, but you're struggling with how to influence your boss to make the decision or take the action needed to make it happen. I see you. Good gracious, I see you. By the end of this video, you're gonna have two of the most effective strategies that I've employed in my 20-year professional career to influence my manager, my manager's manager, and now even CEOs of multi-billion-dollar companies. Let's get it. In this video, I'm breaking down two strategies that, once understood, can be so powerfully effective in influencing your manager. And I'm going to supplement each strategy with a bit of coaching such that you can begin implementing these strategies immediately. And the coaching is based on what I've learned living these strategies out loud for decades. The first strategy is to understand key motivators. One of the best ways to influence someone that's at a higher position than you in the organization, like your boss, is to find out what motivates them, what lights them up. What gets them out of bed in the morning? What motivates them to get their work done? What do they really care about? What brings them joy? What inspires happiness within them? Keep your eyes and your ears open to recognize these things. Pay attention to their work plan. And hopefully you're in the type of culture where they share that with you openly. If not, maybe you could be so bold as to request, can I see kind of where your work plan lies and what are your big nuggets, your big rocks that you have to accomplish? This will clearly show you what they're being held accountable to deliver. And from time to time, you might even ask them, what's been exciting you lately? Or as you think about our next 3 months of work, what are you most excited to achieve? You know, this reminds me of something that we're all familiar with: targeted ads. You know you have experienced either searching for something, some new product, some new service you're interested in, or even talking about it with your friends, and then all of a sudden you're seeing Google ads for that product. You're seeing ads in your social media scrolls, and you're like, hey, I was just thinking about this. These targeted ads are leveraging the algorithms, are leveraging your user data, the data that's showing what you're focused on, where your interests lie, and then using that data to understand how to influence you into purchase. And influencing your boss works the same way. Strive to understand where their focus lies, where they're putting their attention. Once you can understand, you'll be better informed on how to influence them moving forward. So once you have the data and you know where you want to influence them towards or your desired output, you can then align the two. So let me give you an example of this. At one point, I was a mid-level executive working in corporate, and I was striving to create a role for myself. Now, the creation of this role would take direct reports, would take headcount from other organizations across the entire business. And so it required me to influence several senior level executives. And I knew all of the ones that I needed to get buy-in for, and I made it a point to understand what are their key motivators. What are they being held accountable for? What do they care about? And for every conversation, every pitch that I had with each individual leader, it was all crafted in a way that was tailored to align what they cared about with my desired input, which is their buy-in to creating this organization. This is how the creation of this organization is going to help you deliver this. This is how the creation of this org is going to help you do this better, more efficiently, and it's going to help you, those things, do the things that you care about, those things that you're held accountable for. Every conversation was tailored in a way to target that individual's key motivators. And it resulted in them all aligning and my creating this organization. It can be so powerful when you understand this data and then align that data to influence your boss or even your boss's boss. By the way, I'm curious, drop me a comment down below. Just let me know, what's one of your key motivators? What motivates you to get up and go do the work you do every day? I'm so curious to see what that is for others. So drop a comment below. All right, let's get back into it. The second strategy is to seek to understand their pain points. Seek to understand, what has this person really been struggling with? Where do their frustrations lie? Where's the tension? Where's the pain that they experience in their work, in connections, and getting their deliverables done? You know, one way that I've probably heard more ways than I can count to get at this is asking leaders what keeps you up at night. Now, I personally despise this question because it invites an expectation of diminished well-being because your work isn't making it able for you to get a good night's rest, which I am not a proponent of. I like to celebrate those who can sleep very well and very restfully through the night. So as an alternative, I would invite you to focus on the emotion. What's something that's on your plate that's causing a lot of frustration nowadays? Or another question, what would you say is the toughest thing that you're having to deal with right now? Better still, what, if removed from your plate, would create the greatest sense of relief? So let's dive into some more coaching on implementing this strategy. So the same as before, you now have the data of what's causing tension, of what's causing frustration, what they would love to be removed from their plate to create some relief. And once you have this data, you can once again align it with your desired output, the decision that you want them to make, the direction that you want them to go. Again, leaning on these tension points. You know, I honestly can't tell you how many times when I've been in search of promotion or an advancement that I've, reached out to my manager, giving them an opportunity, saying that I'd gladly take something off their plate. And I know it's that thing that they've been really frustrated with and that will receive a lot of relief if it was alleviated from their plate. It's something that I had the bandwidth to tackle and something that I was excited to do. So it's affording them relief, and it's letting them know that I'm capable of doing it and that I'm ready for that promotion. And so, of course, I'd lean back on that experience. You know, I've proven to you that I'm ready for this. I'm actually doing some of the actions, some of the deliverables that you were being held responsible for, showing you that I'm ready for that next level. And so it's a really powerful way to influence, letting my manager know I was ready to get to that next level. Again, rooted in understanding their pain points and what they were frustrated or had been struggling with. Real quick before you go, I have something else to gift for you completely for free, especially as we think about influence and leading others. I want to give to you a recording of a keynote that I delivered to an organization going through a lot of change, internal and external, and specifically the portion of that keynote where I was gleaning insights from our latest research at Change Enthusiasm Global on how to lead and inspire those going through change or that might be experiencing some frustration or difficulty when going through big disruption or transformation. Now, this of course is a keynote message that clients all over the world pay me to deliver, but it's yours today for free. All you got to do is click on the link below, because I want to make sure that you have the data, the information, the research, the insights to accelerate your growth through even your toughest work situations, like needing to influence a manager, or your greatest change challenges. I'm Cassandra Worthy, and until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.